Hello and welcome guys, this is LITWOLFGAMES. Today we're going to do a tutorial on autoloads. So to create an autoload, what you do is you go to project settings, globals, and then you can add a class over here, but we haven't created a class yet. So we're going to first create the autoload class, right click in the inspector, click on script. We'll call this GameManager, and then it can inherit from the normal node. You can create. Double click on the GameManager class, and then over here we can just create a function, maybe load scene. And we'll put in a string here, scene string, and then over here we can say get tree, change scene to file, and pass in the string. And then you go to project settings, and now we can add the game manager by clicking on this folder over here. Click on the script you want, game manager, and then we got our game manager and click on add. So now to access it, we gotta use this name over here, game manager, to access it, and it will act as a static class. It will work as though it's a static class. In other languages, in C# or in Unity, there is static classes, but in Godot, this is how you use a similar approach. So now we got our game manager, and we can create a scene over here. Let's just add a static body, and we'll add a mesh instance. Change this to a box, and then set it to 30 by 30 so that we have a floor. And then the static body, we gotta add a collision shape. We'll add a box as well, and then set it 30 by 30 in the X and the Z axes. So now we have a scene here. Let me just call this scene 1. Save this as scene 1, and then we can go and change the scene, add in a, let's just duplicate the static body and change the mesh instance to 5 by 5 in the X and Z axis. Oh, we first have to make it unique. So click on this arrow over here, click make unique, and the collision shape do the same. Make unique, and then set it to 5 by 5 in X and Z, and the mesh instance as well, 5 by 5. And then we'll just position this like that. And then save, we'll not save it, we'll say save as scene 2, and rename this to scene 2. Save that. Then we'll create a main scene, add in a camera 3D, and position it a little bit back and up, and then we can go and add in scene 1. Position the camera a little bit back, and then we can save this as main scene. We can add another script, call this we'll just call this main, and inherit from node 3D. Great. And then we will change this main nodes type to, well, let's first or we can just drag the script onto the main node, the main script onto the main node, and then in the main script, in process, we'll say if input dot is action just pressed, let's see, we'll create this input, let's just call it jump. Then we can say GameManager. See, we can access the class now from anywhere. Load scene, and we'll right click on scene 2 over here in the inspector and say copy path, and then we'll paste the path like that. And then in project, we have to go into project settings, input map, and add an action called jump, and then click on the plus sign and click spacebar. Now when we push the spacebar, it will load this scene using the game manager. So it's going to load scene 2, and then we're going to jump straight into scene 2. So now if we save this and click on run, select the main scene, the current scene, that's the main one. Run this. Well, let's first add, I forgot to add in a world. Click on these 3 dots over here, click on add sun and add environment. Save that, and then in scene 2 we want to do the same. Add a sun, add an environment. So now if we run this, we click on spacebar, it's going to load the other scene, and we jump to the other scene. But something's not right here. So it did load in scene 2, but something's not right. We don't have a camera in scene 2. So let's instead take the camera, delete the camera, and then add a camera in each scene. And then position it a little bit back and up, and save that. And then in scene 2 we'll do the same, add a camera and position that back as well and up, and save that. Now instead of the main scene having a camera, we'll also just add in scene 1 a world environment. Go click these three dots, add a sun and an environment, and then we'll remove the whole environment and the directional light from the main scene. Save that, run this, and then if we click on spacebar, it loads in scene 2. So that's how you can use the game manager, the Autoload, to do to access it through anywhere in any script. You can access the game manager now because it's an Autoload. So that's how Autoloads are used. This was just an example. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.